and rum.
Ooh yeah. Well, alright, we're jamming. I wanna jam it with you. We're jamming, jamming, and I hope you like.
Hey guys, it's Yardie Belly TV with the wifey edition, and it's Fish Friday. Anyway. Happy Good Friday to you guys. Happy Good Friday. I hope you guys are doing well. You know, it's awesome. And for us as believers, this is the day that we commemorate the day that Christ, made that journey to the cross on our behalf. So we are truly grateful, for that sacrifice and for the fact that we now have life eternal as a result of that, if we accept the sacrifice that he made on the cross. So yeah, happy Good Friday to you guys. But in Yardie Belly Kitchen, we are making some fish, and we do not have the full regular whole fish that we would typically make. However, this is the same fish, but it's just in small, strips or fingers or bites or whatever you might call it. Same food, different shape, different size, less drama, less work, already for the most part deboned. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and season it, and it's the easiest thing to season fish, you guys. If you have never seasoned it before, it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. For the most part, it's salt and black pepper, but I'm going to add 2 other ingredients. So let me start off with my salt. I have about a teaspoon of salt to start off with, and I'm going to evenly, generously distribute it amongst the fingers. Oh, and you guys, before I forget, I have 2 types of fish in the pan. The one with the skin, this one here is snapper, and the one without the skin, this is grouper. So yeah, that's what we're working with today. And yeah, we're not going to hunt down no whole fish today. We're gonna use what we have, and we're gonna still enjoy some fried fish, which is pretty traditional on Good Friday and around the Easter season in general. So yeah, so we have the salt. I'm adding some black pepper. Garlic powder. If you know me or Yardie Belly TV, garlic powder too. Pretty much any and everything. Garlic makes everything better, you guys. Everything. Yeah. Alright, so we have the garlic powder. And my secret ingredient is Old Bay seasoning. Yes, Louisiana style. I like to add Old Bay, and Old Bay is, I think, a rub or a seasoning that's intended to be used on seafood, crab, shrimp, you name it. So I'm gonna sprinkle some of that all over my fish. And it's finishing. Why it's finishing? Sure, I need another one. But yeah. And then one other important step during the seasoning process is to add a little bit of oil. And the oil simply, helps the seasoning to marinate, or as Yardie Belly would say, permeate inside of the fish. So yeah, I'm adding a little bit of oil. And I'm just gently and carefully, because these fish fingers, they are pretty tender. Because of the size of them, they're pretty, you know, pretty much tender, so you do not want to manhandle them. Take time with them when you're trying to move them around. So I'm moving them around because I want both sides to benefit from the seasoning, so that both sides can be properly flavored for the frying process, right? Makes sense. Alright, so you can just put that down for maybe 30 minutes or for as long as your mind tell you. Some people season it and fry it immediately. That works too, but I just believe that, you know, the flavor gets married into the fish more if you leave it for a little bit. Not forever. This is a very delicate food item, so it's easily seasoned. You don't have to, you know, put it down for years and years for it to get the flavor. So I'm gonna put this down for maybe a half an hour, and then I will get to frying. So see you then. Just adding oil to the pot in order to fry the fish, and you have to have a decent amount of oil in order to make the fish fry nice and to be crispy and to not absorb all the oil. Just make sure you use a fairly decent amount of oil. Yeah. And I don't know if you guys do this or if you know of this trick, but I add some seasonings to the oil. I'm adding 2 cloves of garlic, and this is just to infuse the oil and give it a flavor before I put the fish in there. Thyme, ooh la la, and a piece of pepper. Hear the crackle? Hear the crackle, man. I smell the flavor, guys. I smell the flavor. The garlicky smell is amazing. And I'm just removing them now and make way for the fish to start doing their thing. And the little pieces of thyme that remain in the pot is quite fine. I'm not going to try to fish them out. So let's just add our fish. By the way, no pun intended. Fish them out. Ha, no pun intended. Alright, I'm just gonna allow them to fry on each side. I think about 3 minutes on each side is good enough. These type of fish, these small pieces of fish, do not take long to cook at all. Not at all. Alright, let me see if these things are ready to be flipped. It's been about 3 minutes. Yeah, look good to me. I have to be very careful with them because these pieces of fish are so thinly sliced. They're very delicate to the touch, so I have to be super duper careful not to break them up when flipping them. See, one break already. That one has saved the little boy. And it's very awkward to flip them because they're so tiny. Aha! I got it. Aha! Aha! I'm getting the hang of this, you guys. I'm getting it. I'm getting it. Alright, and just leave them again. Let them go and do them thing for at least another 2 minutes. And the thing about fish, if you put fish down in the pot to fry, do not mess with it at all. Just allow it to do its thing till you're almost confident that it's time to flip them, and then you try to turn them at that time, because if you prematurely try to flip them, it can actually stick to the bottom of the pan and start to break apart. So be very careful with that part. Okay, you guys, so I started to remove the fish from the oil. It has been another 2.5 minutes and they are good to go. Yeah, nice and golden brown. And that's pretty much the process. Yeah, good to go. So I'm just cutting up some carrots. Now we're on to making the Escovitch sauce, which is a very important and a very integral part of fish frying process, at least for us Jamaicans. That's how we do it. So I'm cutting up some carrots because you have to put some veggies and seasonings in this Escovitch sauce. So the first thing I'm doing is cutting up my carrots. Of course, it would have been best if I had the shredded carrots, but hey, these are just some baby carrots that I have, so I'm using what I have. It's quarantine time, all right? I have to work with what we have. All right, the next thing is our onion. I have a half of an onion here, so I'm just gonna use that important ingredient. Just peeling off the skin. Oops! Lord. Alright, so let us cut the onions now. I'm cutting them in slices. Well, I guess it's doing what it wants to do, so I'm just working with it as it comes. So usually the recipe calls for chocha or chayote, as it is more decently known as, but we don't have any, so I'm going to try to substitute with a piece of celery. Just cutting that up. Remember I mentioned to you guys before about the quarantine thing? Yeah, use what you have until you get what you want, so we say. Otherwise, turn it and make fashion. Alright, so I'm just cutting them in strips, julienne pieces. And of course I need pimento or allspice. A couple of those. And I have a Scotch bonnet pepper or something of the sort. I'm not sure if it's the actual Scotch bonnet pepper, but hey, it's a hot pepper. Ew. And of course the main event, the Scotch bonnet pepper. Just cut it and add it to the rest of the ingredients, because you know that you have to make the Escovitch sauce a little bit spicy. Of course you know that, right? Okay, yeah. Alright, so now that the fish has been fried, it's time to move on to make our Escovitch sauce. And I'm just starting off by putting half cup of the white vinegar in the pot. Half cup of white vinegar, we say. Yep. So the pot is boiling, so I'm gonna add the onions, and immediately I'm gonna be adding some salt. I'm adding like a half of a teaspoon of salt, and just to balance the flavor, I'm adding some sugar. You can use white sugar. I have light brown sugar, 1 tablespoon of the sugar. Celery and the carrots. Just keep that for like 2 minutes or so, and you are good to go.
So there you have it, guys. The wifey did a great job with this awesome and delicious dish. Yes, man, I tell you the truth, I can't wait to dig in. Snapper and grouper fingers, deep fried and served with Escovitch sauce. And the Escovitch sauce is beautifully done. Yes, carrots, onions, celery, pepper, all nicely sauteed in a vinegary based spicy sauce. Tangy, spicy, fresh, delicious. It's awesome. It is awesome. Remember, guys, to like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Yardie TV is on and doing our thing. Remember, always try your best to turn your hand to make fashion. Yeah, man. And as usual, live and laugh, cook and eat. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend. Yardie TV. Taste buds. Remember me tell you. Snap our fingers, yes, snap our fingers, group our fingers, yes, group our fingers.